Good evening and welcome to the 2020 All-Arkansas Preps Awards event presented by CHI St. Vincent. I'm Steve Sullivan. It's my pleasure to welcome you to the 8th Preps Awards. Joining me tonight is the busiest guy in the state of Arkansas. We got him confined to that seat for the next hour, David Bazzel.
Sully, it may be the 8th event for the All Preps banquet, but this is the first ever we've done a live stream. Now, you've been doing live stream now for the last 2 months on Channel 7.
It's crazy.
Yeah, but that's what we have to do.
Yeah.
And so this is different. You know, it's been so much fun to do these every year. All the great speakers we've had come in and recognize 300 athletes every year. This is different because this year, Sully, of the 12 sports we normally honor, we're missing 4. You know, we're missing baseball, softball, soccer, and track. And so we've got to, pick up the pace and do the best we can tonight. Also, normally we'd have a guest speaker. Ozzie Smith was going to be the speaker tonight. The sad thing, we don't have him tonight. The great thing is we have him back next year. He's agreed to come on next year. So looking forward to that. And we'll still make tonight be a fun night for all the kids that are being honored.
Yeah, one thing I most enjoy about this event is I get to see them in their dresses or their suits, usually in their uniforms. And it's a different setting. Yeah. And those spring athletes, too, unlike college athletes, they don't get that year back.
That's right. Yeah, it's disappointing.
And this year we'll honor the best high school athletes, as Baz mentioned, 8 different sports. And while we aren't able to host the Preps Banquet, we're able to come to you live, as he mentioned, the first statewide virtual sports awards ceremony. The Democrat-Gazette sports staff does a great job selecting the best players in the state to represent all Arkansas Preps first team, second team, and underclassmen team. For most sports, a girl and boys outstanding player of the year is named, and we will honor them tonight, as well as a coach of the year in each sport. We'll also honor 3 very special, inspirational athletes chosen not only for their athletic ability, but for their accomplishments outside the sport, as we announce the recipient of the Hussman Community Award, the First Security Keith Jackson Academic Achievement Award, and the CHI St. Vincent Health Award. And lastly, we'll honor our 3 big award winners, the male and female athlete of the year and the coach of the year. And as Baz mentioned, it's the 8th year for the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette to be able to host it and have this banquet to showcase all their talents. And we've been fortunate to have some amazing sponsors who support Preps throughout the year. Can't do it without them. Thank you to CHI St. Vincent, who's been one remarkable partner, and to our event sponsors who share our passion and support the goal of all Arkansas Preps: First Security Bank, Dillard's, The Buzz, and the Hatcher Agency. And thank you to the sports department. They do a great job at the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette, and sports editor Wally Hall, who worked tirelessly this season choosing these phenomenal athletes. Tonight, it's all about you, the athletes. All Arkansas Preps is in your honor, and we celebrate this night and congratulate you for all you've accomplished. And before we begin the award presentation, I wanted to make a note before each boy and girl's outstanding player of the year, as we show the players chosen in that sport on the screen to be recognized.
You know, Sully, normally this is all you. You know, the last few years you get to do all the announcing.
Thank goodness you're helping me.
Yes, and so, but I get to do a few tonight because normally I would be interviewing Ozzie.
Yeah.
I don't get that. So again, I've got the glasses on. It's the best I can do. And now we have a chance to honor the girls and boys outstanding player of the year in the 8 sports we talked about, Sully. And as we introduce each sport, you'll see the athletes chosen to make up the All Arkansas Preps team first, Sully. And then we'll announce the outstanding player of the year. All right, Sully, we start with one of your favorite sports, golf.
Yes.
The top 20 golfers in the state were selected for the All Arkansas Preps golf team based on their performance in the overall state tournament last fall. Topping last year's girls golf overall state champion is our girls golf outstanding player of the year, Mackenzie Lee of North Little Rock High School. Lee and last year Preps Outstanding Player of the Year in golf, Bailey Dunston, faced off at Little Rock's Pleasant Valley Country Club at the girls' overall championship this season. Lee won the event with an even par round, and in addition to her victory in the overall, Lee won the Class 6A state golf title by 15 strokes, Sully, at the Fayetteville Country Club. The sophomore currently has a 4.0 GPA and hopes to play for a Division I school. Our boys' golf Outstanding Player of the Year, Ben Sherman, Jonesboro High School. This senior, Sully, won the 2019-2020 Class 5A state tournament and helped his team take runner-up in the same Class 5A tournament. This season, he fired an even par 72 in the tournament at Jonesboro High School and clinched the boys' overall tournament at the Pleasant Valley Country Club in Little Rock. Won the tournament, Sully, by 4 strokes. Ben shot 3 birdies on the back 9 to claim his victory. Another even par performance at the Class 5A state tournament helped his team take the runner-up honors at the Glenwood Country Club in Glenwood. Our golf coach of the year, Tony Hardage, Bismarck. The Bismarck Lions won the Class 3A girls golf title for the 2nd year in a row under Hardage's guidance. The Lions won the state title by 36 strokes and placed 3 golfers in the top 4 of the medalist list. 2 of the Lions, junior McKenna Norris and senior Gloria Mayberry, qualified for the overall. Bismarck has won 3 state titles in the last 4 years.
That is crazy, my friend. Mackenzie Lee, I got a story on her.
Do you?
First covered her, this shows how old I am, as a 4-year-old.
You're kidding me.
No, we were hitting next to stall by stall at Golf World, and after I watched that 4-year-old hit, I got out of there.
That's sort of Tiger-ish.
Yes. She had an older brother who was a high school star, but she ended up being the real star,
There's
Mackenzie
some
Lee.
great golfers here in Arkansas this year.
How about tennis? Our boys and girls tennis players were chosen based on their performance in the 2019 overall high school tennis championship, where the best of the best competed. However, one freshman stood out. How about this, Baz? Girls Tennis Outstanding Player of the Year, freshman Ella Coleman of Bentonville High School. This Tiger, Ella Coleman, earned her stripes during her first season with the high school tennis team. She won the overall girls singles title this season, beating a senior from Mount St. Mary, Presley Sutherland, in straight sets during the championship match. And what makes this special is Ella lost to Presley 6-2, 6-1 convincingly in the 6A state finals, but won the championship after Presley retired in the second set because of a back injury. She says she hopes to keep her momentum she gained during her freshman year, going through high school and into college. And our boys' outstanding player of the year is Foss the Boss, Baz. You know you're great if you got a nickname. Foster Rogers of Pulaski Academy, maybe the best high school player ever in the state in tennis.
Wow.
Most accomplished. Finished his career with an undefeated record. Foster Rogers has been named to the All-Arkansas Preps Outstanding Boys Tennis Player of the Year for the 3rd year in a row. He's also won the boys overall singles title 3 years in a row, defeating Hayden Shoemake of Bentonville West with a straight set victory during the finals. Foster did not lose a set during the overall tournament, and he lost, Baz, only 1 game in 4 matches during the Class 4A state tournament. In addition to his achievements on the court, excelled in the classroom, a 4.34 GPA, and this fall he'll continue his tennis career at the University of Arkansas, where he will study business. And our tennis coach of the year, Bill Toppich of Pulaski Academy. Pulaski Academy qualified 11 players to the overall boys and girls tennis tournaments. Coached by Bill Toppich, the Bruins won the Class 4A state championship in boys singles, boys doubles, and girls doubles. And I want to thank the All-Arkansas Preps banquet, because after I met Foss the Boss, I went and featured him.
Yeah, you're a big tennis guy. Do you play tennis?
I'm not a big tennis guy, but you have stereotypes, and I figured this guy's Foss the Boss. He's going to have a big attitude. Turned out to be the nicest guy in the world, and I tell you now, it gives me a tennis player to follow on the college level, because you don't see many Arkansas kids go to Arkansas to play tennis. So I'm going to be following Foss the Boss as he goes to the University of Arkansas.
Which is tougher, golf or tennis?
It's tough. I think the thing about tennis is, if you're losing a singles match, you're continually getting whipped by that guy across the net.
Yes.
Whereas golf, it's kind of, you're more competing against yourself.
Our next sport is even more demanding, cross country, Steve. Our cross-country All-Arkansas Preps top track athletes in cross-country, Sully, are chosen from the top 10 best times from 7 state meets and are led once again by our girls' outstanding cross-country player of the year, Ali Nachigal of Rogers High School. She posted a time, Sully, of 18 minutes, 28 seconds to win the Class 6A individual state championship. And this is the junior's 3rd time, Steve, to win the 6A individual state title. She was the 2018, if you remember last year at 19, All-Arkansas Preps Girls Cross Country Player of the Year. And she began running in elementary school. Sully, I don't know if you've heard about this program. Girls Can Run. That was the name of the program. She fell in love with it. In addition to her state championship, she was also named the 2019-2020 Gatorade Arkansas Girls Cross Country Runner of the Year. For our boys' outstanding cross-country player of the year, Lucas Pabst of Bentonville High School. Sully, he suffered an injury early in his senior year, bounces back, comes back, and wins the individual Class 6A cross-country state championship with a personal best 15 minutes, 21.9 seconds, beating every other competitor by more than 13 seconds. The team also won its 3rd consecutive Class 6A title. Lucas started his cross-country career, Steve, as a freshman after a failed basketball team tryout, sort of like Michael Jordan, but he comes back and obviously puts it into cross-country. Here's another amazing student, Steve, 4.11 GPA. He plays the cello in the school orchestra and has 2 businesses, mowing lawns and auto detailing. How about that? So he's a real go-getter and a super athlete. Our girls cross-country coach of the year, Jim Andrews of Greenwood. Jim coached the Class 5A Lady Bulldogs to their first cross-country state title in school history, which also snapped Solemn String's string of 5 straight championships in the process. Our boys cross-country coach of the year, Robert Blades of Mountain Home. Robert led Mountain Home to the Class 5A state championship, which snapped Lake Hamilton's streak of 6 consecutive state titles in the process.
You know, I look at our winners there, and Allie was a winner last year. We're going to attempt to pronounce Ellie Notchical's name for a third time.
Yes, exactly.
Next year,
right.
probably.
Yes, I feel her pain. I feel it. It's tough. It's tough.
Let's talk about volleyball. Arkansas has some of the best volleyball players in the nation. Teams from Shiloh Christian, Marion, Valley View, Harbor, and of course, Jonesboro, home to our volleyball outstanding player of the year. I recognize this girl, Clara Parker of Jonesboro High. Clara closed out her senior season with 25 double-doubles, back-to-back state tournament MVP honors, and for the second year being named Arkansas Prep's Outstanding Volleyball Player of the Year. After the 2018-19 season, the 5'9" outside hitter spent 6 months recovering from surgery to remove a benign tumor in her ankle, which caused a torn tendon. You know all about surgeries. It restricted her mobility. She goes on to lead the Hurricane to their 3rd undefeated season of the program's 40-year history and sets a program record. What a story, with 1,450 career kills. And Clara will continue her volleyball career at the University of Arkansas. Well, she'll be a 4th-generation Razorback. How about that? Well, congratulations to you, Clara. Our volleyball coach of the year, Craig Cummings of Jonesboro. Cummings led the Lady Hurricane to their 2nd consecutive Class 6A volleyball title. Jonesboro has now won 3 state titles in 4 years, 4 in 10 seasons under Cummings. The Lady Hurricane finished 35-0 this season, registering just the 3rd undefeated season in school history and 1st since 2002. One of the best spectator sports.
Yes.
Didn't know I had a niece that played and started to watch, and just the momentum in a volleyball match, and nothing like seeing the girl that can get up and, like Clara.
You know, one of the things too, Sully, about doing this live stream is that missing the football players. They make up obviously the largest part of this banquet. You think about it, 200 high schools with football programs in the state represent 7 classes, more than 25 conferences. So it's no wonder that the sport touches so many in the state. And think about these names, Sully, that we've honored at this banquet over the years. Drew Morgan, Austin Allen, Brooks Ellis, Dre Greenlaw, McTelvin Agim, Drew Harris, Hunter Henry, who spoke last year, of course, as an honoree, KJ Hill, and more. Sully, athletes are chosen for their accomplishments on the field in either offense, defense, or special teams, and combined to form the best 1st, 2nd, and underclassmen teams. This year's honor goes to first, our football outstanding player of the year, Jacoby Criswell of Morrilton High School. Of course, Sully, you know very well about him. He was your Landers Award winner. This dual threat quarterback for Morrilton led the Devil Dogs to an 8-5 record in 2019 and advanced to the 3rd round of the state tournament, throwing for 2,800 yards and 28 touchdowns, Sully. He also rushed for 1,200 yards and 24 touchdowns. He graduated early last fall, enrolled in the University of North Carolina, majoring in public speaking and sports management. After football, he plans on becoming a sports broadcaster or a motivational speaker. He hopes to build a training facility for the kids in Morrilton. Well, what a stud he is. I mean, and how about Mac Brown coming into Arkansas and getting him?
Yeah, outstanding quarterback and a great kid. And props to Morrilton. This is a kid who had some issues early in his career, moved in actually with his offensive coordinator's family. And what a great relationship they have. And it just shows you can get role models from anywhere. And his coach at offensive coordinator at Greenwood has been more than a good role model. He now calls him Dad, and it's just a great story, and I'm so happy for Jacoby Criswell.
Yeah, look for big things for him at North Carolina. Our football coach of the year, Sully, no surprise, Buck James of Bryant. The most dominant team in the state was led by Buck James. He, of course, guided the Bryant Hornets to a 13-0 record and their 2nd consecutive 7A state championship, defeating rival North Little Rock. And, you know, the one thing about him, Sully, it comes down to that guy can coach. Doesn't matter where he's at, Buck James can coach.
I think Bryant, by the time he's done, could be, one of the most dominant teams ever.
Well, they've got, listen, obviously he knows how to do it, and everybody loves him at that school.
You're a big fan of weightlifting.
Yes.
That's something I noticed him years ago at Camden Fairview.
Yes.
And they had weightlifting class for every boy.
Yeah, physically dominating.
Yeah. Let's talk about swimming. It's just the 4th year, our All-Arkansas Prep swimming team, and it's comprised of the state's top swimmers from Northwest to Northeast Arkansas and every school in between. The top swimmers chosen for our state swim team won in their individual event at the state meet. And the girls' outstanding swimmer of the year, Isabella Cawthorn of Jonesboro High. Isabella finished her senior year by breaking records, including her own. This year, Bella won the Class 5A 50-yard freestyle and the 100-meter freestyle, and set a state record in the 50-yard freestyle with a time of 23:18. She's the swim team representative on the student council, and next year Bella will be swimming at the University of Arkansas. She chose Arkansas because she was impressed with the facilities and Coach Neil Harper. And our boys' outstanding swimmer of the year, Ryan Husband of Bentonville High, repeating as the All-Arkansas Preps Outstanding Player of the Year for boys swimming. Bentonville High senior Ryan Husband won 2 Class A 6A state championships. He signed with Auburn. He took the top spots in the 100-yard butterfly and the 200-yard freestyle races. In addition to his wins in the individual events, Ryan swam the 100-yard freestyle and the relay, and his time counted as a state record. It was fast enough to automatically qualify him as an All-American. Ryan was planning on trying out for the U.S. Olympic team this summer, but due to the postponement of the summer games, the trials have been moved back to 2021. And our boys swim coach of the year, Craig Connor of Conway High. Conway was the king of Class 6A in swimming and diving in 2020. And with Connor's leadership, the Wampus Cats went on to win their first state championship. The Wampus Cats had 7 first-place finishes and 2 second-place finishers. And our girls swim coach of the year, Liz Braun of Bentonville High. First-year coach kept the winning tradition going at Bentonville as the Lady Tigers won their 6th title since 2014 and 21st overall. Bentonville had 3 first-place finishes, 2 second-place finishes, and 5 third-place finishes. Baz, that is dominating right there.
You know, I have so much respect for swimmers because I sink. Yeah. I have no clue of how to do that. It's so impressive, the athletes, and what's demanded for them in swimming.
Yeah, years ago I did a sports challenge. I decided
You did?
Yeah, the worst thing about it, I had to take my shirt off in the pool.
Wow.
It was highly embarrassing, but here's about I raced half the pool against Noel Strauss.
Yes.
He was
I
at
remember
Michigan.
Yes, I remember.
Yes. And it was like Jaws chasing me. We don't have video, but I edged him out for my first and only win.
So much respect for swimming.
Yes.
Another sport that I have a ton of respect for is wrestling.
Yes.
Of course, wrestling is one of the fastest growing high school sports in Arkansas. And of course, I owe a lot of that to Greg Hatcher and what he's done. In fact, this is, Sully, for the first season ever sanctioned girls wrestling in Arkansas, which I find really fascinating. This year, the best of the best came out of Searcy, including our inaugural Outstanding Girls Player of the Year, and that was Maddie Lincoln of Searcy High School. The first season of sanctioned girls wrestling in Arkansas was especially important for Searcy High School senior Maddie Lincoln, who ended the season, Sully, with a 28-0 record, the Girls State Championship, and the title of All Arkansas Preps Outstanding Player of the Year in girls wrestling. Her junior year, she was one of 3 girls on the team, and she took an active role, Steve, in recruiting 9 more female wrestlers so the school could have a full team her senior year. This fall, Maddie will continue her wrestling career at Lyon College in Batesville, which, what a great story that is. Our Outstanding Player of the Year in boys wrestling, Demasio Whittier of Searcy High School again. Sully, obviously, there's something in the water at Searcy when it comes to wrestling. Demasio ended his high school career with an undefeated season, a state championship, and the title of All Arkansas Preps Outstanding Player of the Year in boys wrestling. He earned a 35-14 record his freshman year and a 52-5 record his sophomore year. His junior year, he injured his knee playing football and had to have surgery, missed most of the wrestling season while recovering, but after completing physical therapy twice a week, he was able to rejoin the team just before the state championship, where he won 2nd place, earning a 13-1 record that season. His final season, though, Steve, with the Lions, racked up a 53-0 record and emerged as state heavyweight champion. Demasio will continue wrestling at Williams Baptist University in Walnut Ridge. And our girls wrestling coach of the year, Jerry Evans of Searcy High School. This veteran wrestling coach, Steve, added girls wrestling to his resume for the first time in 2019-20, which is pretty remarkable. Under his leadership, Searcy won the girls state title and picked up 2 individual championships. Our boys wrestling coach of the year, John Kincaid of Greenwood High School. Greenwood, of course, has become an athletic machine for years. Now its wrestling program has added to the school's state championship trophy case. With Kincaid at the helm, the Bulldogs, Steve, won their first state title in wrestling and had 5 individual state champions. So if they weren't good in all the other sports, now you add wrestling, and they're good in that too.
It's an incredible environment over the Jack Stevens Center.
That's awesome.
And, you know, anything like that, it's one-on-one. There's no tapping out. You're all in, and it's just incredible energy. And that's one sport.
Did you do wrestling, Sully?
I did not do wrestling. We did wrestling as an intramural sport. I had great respect because those wrestlers take a beat. And you can tell the guys who've wrestled, usually a long time wrestler, that cauliflower ear.
Yeah, sure.
It's a rough sport, but I think it's
How about the women involved this year in Arkansas?
You know what? I think it's a great sport too translates as a second sport for, say, football linemen, teach aggression and agility.
Yeah.
And
I agree.
if you see, most of the guys who sign now are 2 or 3 sport athletes.
Yes.
I mean, did you play another sport in high school?
I did. I was at track and weightlifting.
There we go. Well, basketball. Preps has had many basketball greats walk the stage. Washington Wizards, Bobby Portis, Charlotte Hornets, Malik Monk, Chicago Bull Daniel Gafford, and UConn standout Kristen Williams. This year, all Arkansas Preps boys and girls basketball teams are made up of 15 players and come from all over the state, representing conferences big and small, and are all standouts on the court, including our girls basketball outstanding player of the year. And I know Mike Neighbors is excited to get this girl in Fayetteville. Alana Eaton of Nettleton High, leading the Nettleton High School Lady Raiders to their first appearance in the Class 5A state title game. Alana Eaton does whatever it takes to excel on the basketball court. She's a 6'1" guard. When you were playing, they didn't have 6'1" guards, especially on the girls' side. Put up impressive numbers on the court all season, averaged 23 points and 8 rebounds a game. She shot 41% from behind the three-point line and had 10 double-doubles this season. ESPN's number 38 ranked high school player. She led Nettleton to a 27-5 record this season and the 5A East Conference title. Not easy choosing the boys' outstanding player of the year, but they went with a good one. He was our full court award player of the year. Devontae Davis of Jacksonville High. It's tough to find an athlete as dedicated and focused as Devontae Davis, a 6'4" guard, helped lead the team to a 20-5 record and the 5A state title. He averaged 21 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists, and 3 steals each game this season, ranked 85th on the ESPN Top 100 website. Started playing sports around 6 years old, including football, baseball, and basketball. He is signed to play at the University of Arkansas, and get this, Baz, hopes to study zoology.
Yeah, he's a good kid. He's a good kid, and listen, I'm sure Coach Musselman hopes he delivers in the fall as a freshman.
He has 4, I think, four Arkansas players. 2 played.
That's right.
2 played at prep schools out of state. But girls basketball coach of the year, Becky Yarbrough of Star City High School. In her 29th season with Star City, she directed one of the state's most consistent programs through a dominating run through the regular season and postseason. Lady Bulldogs won a perfect 32-0, the only girls high school basketball team in Arkansas to finish unbeaten. Yarbrough got Star City back to the 4A state title game for the first time since 2012. And our boys basketball coach of the year, this guy is amazing. Brian Ross of Little Rock Central. It took him just 2 seasons for Ross to get Central back among the elite in Class 6A. After winning 3 state titles in his 4 years at Baptist Prep, the former OBU standout took over the Tigers prior to the 2018 season and promptly ushered them to back-to-back state playoff appearances and a 34-23 record. In this season, they shocked people. They went 18-12 in the regular season, upset Springdale Harbor and Fort Smith Northside in the Class 6A tournament, going all the way to the state title game. No one expected it for the first time since 2002.
Yeah, it's a great group of honorees, Steve, the players of the year, and all the kids that were part of the successful teams. Impressive year.
I think when you can have 4 kids who 2 of them didn't finish their careers in Arkansas, but 4 kids who started their high school careers, they're 4 raised in Arkansas, that can sign with the University of Arkansas. That hasn't happened in a long time.
You know, just reading all those names too, Sully, just think of all the time and effort and sacrifice that went in to being great athletes, and the families that help support them as well.
Things that's changed when you were playing, now these are year-round sports.
Yeah.
I mean, these kids are practicing year-round for their, basketball players are playing summer ball, and that's all been kind of put aside this year.
It has been a crazy year. Of course, Sully, just like the commitment it takes for these athletes to become great players and great athletes, you don't have this kind of event without great event sponsors. I want to take a minute, Sully, to recognize.
You know all about sponsors.
Yes. Let me list a few of these. TC Print Solutions, 103.7 The Buzz, CWP Productions, Content Titan, Twin City Limo, Sunbelt Convention Services, Little Rock Convention Center, the Little Rock Marriott, the Hatcher Agency, and Arkansas Travelers, all a group that, boy, you just don't make this event happen without those folks.
You know the great thing, one of the great things growing up, I love, you love being on TV and love being on the radio, but there's nothing like getting your picture or your name in the newspaper.
Yes.
In the statewide newspaper.
That's right, yes.
In all these winters, you're going to get to read in the paper.
Yeah, have you been reading on the iPad? Have you been doing a good job of reading and learning?
I'm struggling with the transition. I do like the iPad better though.
Yes, well,
because I get the color pictures.
Bigger than the iPhone.
Yeah.
I can
and I can go directly to the stories, the sports section.
Yes.
And now for our inspirational award winners. These are honorees that were chosen by a committee from entries submitted by high school coaches and the general public. To present this year's Husband Community Award, I'd like to welcome Eliza Gaines, Arkansas Democrat Gazette Managing Editor. Eliza is representing the Husband Foundation, which has been involved with countless charities over the years and has served Arkansans through its support of various projects, including the Arkansas Democrat Gazette Learning Center at Park and hosting Pops on the River with the Arkansas Symphony Orchestra every 4th of July.
The Hussman Community Award recognizes an outstanding Arkansas high school athlete who has donated significant time and energy to helping those less fortunate. In addition to a trophy, the award includes a $1,000 college scholarship. The student athlete we've chosen was selected from nominees submitted by coaches, parents, and community members throughout the state for their service to the community. The dedication of tonight's honoree and her hours volunteering in numerous organizations are why we selected her as the 2020 recipient of the Hussman Community Award. A young woman who plans to pursue a future in sports medicine, Catherine Altoff. Let's take a look at her story.
Countless late nights, early mornings, and seemingly endless hard work didn't keep Mount St. Mary Academy senior Catherine Altoff from logging hundreds of volunteer hours and leading the girls' basketball team to the first round of the 2020 7A state tournament. The salutatorian of her class dedicated her time to Carti, Baptist Health, Arkansas Children's Hospital, American Heart Association, and sport-specific training programs. Born 4 weeks premature, Catherine and her twin sister Caroline spent weeks in the Arkansas Children's Hospital NICU. The care Catherine and her sister received fostered a spirit of selflessness that drives her on the court and in her personal life. Catherine has spent hours volunteering with the Mount St. Mary Basketball Skills Academy, helping develop younger players as well as working with the school's student athletic training program. Marilyn Langenhager, Mount St. Mary Academy's athletic director, notes Catherine is an encouraging and passionate leader. Her ability to balance community and basketball is to be admired, she said. According to the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette managing editor, Eliza Gaines, Catherine was selected for the award because of her effort to serve her community and to be a role model for others. Her dedication to volunteerism as well as athletics has earned Catherine Altoff this year's All-Arkansas Preps Hussman Community Award.
Ladies and gentlemen, please help me congratulate this year's Hussman Community Award winner, Catherine Altoff.
First of all, I would just like to say I'm very sad that we cannot all be together tonight to celebrate athletes all across Arkansas. But no matter the circumstances, I am very honored to be this year's recipient of the Hussman Community Award. To the Hussman family and the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette, thank you for creating these awards so young athletes like me have something to strive for to become better people and better athletes. Of course, I have to give a big thank you to the athletic department at Mount St. Mary's, especially the athletic director Marilyn Langenhanger, my coaches, Coach Lauren Lawrence and Cody Henry, the athletic trainer Jeff Stotts, and my wonderful teammate. I could not have done this without the amazing support from you guys these past 4 years. And lastly, I'd like to give a big thank you to my family for always being so loving and supporting through all my endeavors, and thank them for always allowing me to follow my dreams. Thank you.
To announce our first Security Keith Jackson Academic Achievement Award is Rainey Rutledge. Rutledge is the chairman and CEO of First Security Bank Corp., the financial services holding company for First Security Bank, headquartered in Searcy, Arkansas. With over 40 years of experience in banking, Rutledge has been instrumental in leading First Security Bank Corp. To become the 5th largest bank holding company based in Arkansas with over $6 billion in assets in 78 locations throughout the state. First Security Bank Corp. Includes First Security Bank, First Security Cruz and Associates investment banking firm, and First Security Public Finance.
Thank you, Steve, and thank you to the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette for hosting this event to highlight so many talented athletes in Arkansas. As a community bank, First Security recognizes that high school sports and academics are integral to the fabric of Arkansas communities. As high school athletes, you will carry these memories throughout your life. You will come to realize how important the relationships you shared were to the greater Arkansas community. We applaud you for being an exceptional member of your school and your sport. I am here tonight to recognize a young person who not only excels in sports, but also in academics and to service to our community. The nominees each had exceptional grade point averages, outstanding academic records, and wonderful recommendations from their coaches, administrators, and mentors. One nominee rose to the top for her 4.32 GPA, 250 hours of community service, leadership in multiple sports, and school records, all conference, all state, and state championships in track. Let's take a moment to watch her inspirational story.
Captain of the cheerleading team, straight A student, champion sprinter, Sheridan High School's Carly Strong is one of a kind. Sheridan High School counselor Lindsay Fortin says Carly has excelled in some of the most challenging courses the school offers while giving 110% to every project. Active in student council, National Honor Society, and serving as senior class officer, Carly was also on the 2019 homecoming court. The AP Scholar is graduating second in her class with a 4.32 GPA, but her drive doesn't end there. She has more than 250 hours of community service, which includes her youth group at First Landmark Missionary Baptist Church. She also organized directory binders for Saline Memorial Hospital, worked an American Cancer Society banquet, and helped fundraise for Arkansas Children's Hospital. Carly has been the indoor state champion in the 60-meter dash 4 years in a row, state champion in the 200-meter dash twice, and the 400-meter state champion. In outdoor track, she has won the 100-meter state championship twice, the 200-meter state championship twice, and the 400-meter state championship. Carly will attend Arkansas State University, where she will be on the track team and study communication disorders to become a pediatric speech therapist. For her dedication to her future and community, Carly Strong has been named the 2020 First Security Bank Keith Jackson Academic Award winner.
As you can see, Carly was not only an inspiration to her teammates and classmates, but also to all high school athletes across Arkansas. We are proud to award the 2020 First Security Keith Jackson Academic Award to student athlete Carly Strong from Sheridan High School.
Hi, I'm Carly, and I was selected as this year's First Security Bank Keith Jackson Academic Award recipient. I want to thank First Security Bank, Keith Jackson, and Arkansas All Preps for sponsoring this event and honoring me with this award. It's a huge honor to be able to represent my school, my community, and the state of Arkansas with this award and scholarship. The scholarship money will be used to help me pursue a degree at Arkansas State University in communication disorders, and I will also go into graduate school to become a speech pathologist. Thank you to all my teachers, coaches, and family for all the support and encouragement in getting me to where I am today. And just thank you to everybody who's put this event on, and congratulations on all the athletes that are involved. Thank you.
To announce the CHI St. Vincent Health Award winner, Chad Aduddle, CEO for CHI St. Vincent. Chad is a healthcare executive with 25 years of leadership experience. He completed his MBA in Healthcare Administration at Oklahoma City University. He graduated with honors at the University of Tulsa, Oklahoma, where he was the captain of the Golden Hurricane track team.
Thank you, Steve, and thank you to the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette for hosting tonight's great event, and for the first time to host this All Arkansas Preps as a virtual event. It's hard to believe, but this is our 8th year for CHI St. Vincent sponsoring the All Arkansas Preps, and we're proud to take part in an event that honors the premier high school athletes and coaches in this state. As Steve mentioned, I'm a former student athlete myself. As CEO of a large healthcare ministry with over 4,500 co-workers, hospitals, and clinics across central Arkansas, I'm blessed to face challenges every day that I'm better prepared to handle because of my experience in high school and intercollegiate athletics. I want to congratulate each of the athletes and coaches represented and recognized here tonight. You are the best in your athletic endeavor. I'm reminded of the qualities that each of you embodies that have enabled you to succeed in the athletic arena. Hard work, determination, strength, speed, endurance, and skill, just to name a few. Tonight, I'm here to recognize another quality, resilience. Resilience is the ability to endure and overcome life setbacks. Maybe it's an injury, an illness, trauma, or tragedy. Resilience is bouncing back stronger and wiser. Resilience is a quality that is necessary on the athletic field, but as you'll see in a moment, more importantly, resiliency is necessary in life. Tonight, we have an individual who has demonstrated resiliency, and we want to share their story. And it's my privilege to present this young person with the CHI St. Vincent Health Award and Scholarship. This award honors student athletes who overcome an injury or disease and become an inspiration to us all. Student athletes are nominated by coaches, teammates, and family members who submit their incredible stories of determination, hope, inspiration, and perseverance. Each year, it's extremely difficult to select our winner. Many nominations for student athletes with incredible stories were submitted for consideration. Now, all of these athletes' stories are worthy of being recognized, and their names are shared on the screen. Tonight, we honor Ben Sherman as the 2020 CHI St. Vincent Health Award and Scholarship winner. As the 2019-2020 Outstanding Golfer of the Year, Ben is an accomplished athlete, and his story is one of perseverance, dedication, and resiliency, and is an example of what we can accomplish in the face of adversity. Let's take a minute to watch Ben's inspirational journey.
On a soundstage in 2009, Jonesboro High School's Ben Sherman, then 8 years old, met one of the most famous men in the world. For hours, the late Robin Williams talked to Ben, told him jokes, and shared with an audience how Ben had fought for his life. Ben experienced fatigue and weight loss. His family doctor chalked it up to being an active kid, but his parents, Michael and Jackie Sherman, weren't convinced. They asked for blood tests and a chest x-ray that revealed a tumor in Ben's left lung. Ben spent the next 2.5 years undergoing chemotherapy at St. Jude Children's Research Hospital in Memphis. The treatments left him weak and missing out on life with his triplet brothers, Brooks and Matt. Ben, now 18, overcame his childhood leukemia to become an outstanding student and golfer. Ben won the 2019-2020 Class 5A state tournament and helped his team take runner-up in the Class 5A tournament. His extensive cancer treatments led him to give back to the hospital by helping with fundraisers and public relations. Robin Williams, a longtime supporter of St. Jude, made frequent appearances at fundraisers. That's why Ben and his family were flown to San Francisco to meet the actor. Ben said Williams was kind, attentive, and of course, very funny. Ben's experience with leukemia and seeing what other children go through for treatment helps him keep a healthy attitude on life and the game of golf. It puts your life in perspective, he says. Nothing is too big. Ben's inspirational story of dedication and resiliency has earned him the 2020 CHI St. Vincent Health Award.
I'm honored to introduce Ben Sherman as the 2020 CHI St. Vincent Health Award winner.
Hi, my name is Ben Sherman, and I am honored to be the recipient of the CHI St. Vincent Health Award. First, I would like to thank the All Arkansas Preps for selecting me. I also want to congratulate all the athletes that have been selected to be a part of this banquet. I want to thank my family, friends, coaches, and teammates for all the love and support that they have shown me over the years. Though this award should not simply be given to me, it is to honor the doctors, nurses, administrators, scientists, and all the people who work in the medical field. I was a patient at St. Jude Children's Research Hospital and will always be in debt to them for giving me the opportunity to be here today. I was very fortunate that it was only an hour from my home, but it could have been any number of great hospitals throughout the country. This award is to honor all those who go to work every day and serve the people who are in need. In today's environment especially, people are literally putting their lives on the line to help their citizens. This award is to show our appreciation for those people who have dedicated their lives so that ours may be better. I do want to thank all the people who went above and beyond to personally help my family and I through a very difficult time. It is my thanks to them and in honor of the people who serve that I accept this award. Thank you.
One of the things I always love about doing the All Arkansas Preps Banquet is visiting with my good friend, Wally Hall. Are we social distance, Wally?
Well, you're 6 foot. Lay down here with your head that way.
Wally has been the sports editor of the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette. I'm not going to say for how many decades, unless you just want to share it with everyone.
A little more than 4.
4 decades. And Wally, you've been around sports a long time. We've never seen a year like this. You know, normally you guys get to honor 12 sports, and we lost 4 in the spring. And you've never seen that covering sports all your career.
I've never seen sports come to a standstill like it has right now. And this was a real chore this year. This was difficult.
Yeah, you know, you think about it. You've been doing this for 30 years, honoring and picking and selecting the best athletes and the best coaches. You know, this year it made it a little bit more difficult. Talk about, we just got through seeing all the players of the year. Talk about the difficulty in selecting them, and of course, also coming up next are coaches of the year and overall players of the year.
Well, in the past, you could always catch them, leave a message at school. Well, guess what? If you don't have their cell number, you're not talking to them.
Right.
So it was an extra chore. It was worth it, but there was a lot more work that went into it. It drug out a little bit. We were a little late sometimes because we couldn't get in touch with people, but it really turned out to be great.
Yeah, a lot of great honorees, and of course, it doesn't matter what's going on around the world. It takes sacrifice, hard work, and that's what our coaches and players have done again this year.
Absolutely. This is a tremendous honor, and you know, someday you guys may end up in the Arkansas Sports Hall of Fame. David and I are both in. The only shock that has ever come there is that he went in before I did.
Well, I can't wait to see who's going to be honored here in the next few minutes.
When we first opened our doors, it didn't take us long to realize
we weren't in the car business.
At Lexus, we were in the people business.
We needed to be helpful,
respectful,
and compassionate.
To treat people like guests.
It's what we all signed up for.
And now when people need this most, we will do what we've always done.
Take care of people first.
The rest will follow.
All right, Baz, it's time for the big awards
yes,
of the night.
Yes, it is, Steve, yes.
These are the final awards of our night. These next awards are recognition for their seasons of dedication, hard work, and sacrifice. First, we're going to begin with the All-Arkansas Preps Coach of the Year. Coaches are the backbone at every young athlete's career, and we've seen each of these Coaches of the Year in their respective sports through the program tonight. You can speak to, you know, not specifically these coaches, but what influence the coaches have had in your career.
Yeah, no question, Sully. They're super important, and that's why we're honoring them tonight.
You know what I hate about these awards show?
What's that?
You had all these winners, now you get to pick one.
Yes, it's very difficult.
It's just a bonus award.
Yes.
Thank you, coaches, and congratulations. And now, the 2020 All-Arkansas Preps Coach of the Year is Buck James, Bryant High School. This veteran leader was in charge of the state's best football team in 2019. He won his 2nd consecutive state championship at Bryant, 3rd overall in his career, and also winning in 2012 at Camden Fairview. With James at the helm, Bryant is, get this, 43-8 over the past 4 seasons.
In his 4 seasons as Bryant High School's head football coach, Buck James has lost just 8 games. For the first time in school history, the Bryant Hornets finished the season undefeated and captured its 2nd straight Class 7A state championship by defeating North Little Rock High School again at War Memorial Stadium in Little Rock. Mike Lee, the athletic director for the Bryant School District, said James is a visionary, able to maintain a consistent staff, focused players, and supportive parents. James, who coached at Camden Fairview High School before coming to Bryant, said football is all he has ever known. In the 8th grade, he already knew he wanted to be a coach. He was a starting right tackle for the University of Arkansas at Monticello. He graduated in 1988 and was inducted into UAM's Hall of Fame in 2015. James's coaching style means prepared players, a staff ensuring they don't burn out or peak too soon, and making sure no one misses the weight room. Dalen Land, outside linebacker for the Hornets, warns if you miss the weight room, you might not even play. He'll make a man out of you before he makes you a football player, Dalen said. For his leadership, discipline, and drive, Buck James is our 2020 All-Arkansas Preps Coach of the Year.
I would like to thank the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette, staff and writers for this prestigious award. I humbly accept this award for the backbone of our program, our coaches, our players, our administration, and most of all, our parents. Our coaches work tirelessly to be able to develop character, a sound system, a game plan each and every Friday night. Our players, who give it their all, do everything it takes to be successful in the classroom as well as the football field. our parents who allow us to coach their kids and develop them in the best way that we possibly can. Our administration who gives us an opportunity to be successful on and off the field. Our football team in 2019 accomplished a tremendous feat, back-to-back state championship with a 13-0 record. I humbly accept this award for the community of Bryant and our school district. Thank you very much.
Congrats, Coach. And now I'd like to welcome a surprise guest tonight, the 56th Attorney General of Arkansas. She's the first woman and first Republican in Arkansas history to be elected as Attorney General, a graduate of the University of Arkansas, and one heck of an athlete in her time.
Yeah.
Please welcome Attorney General Leslie Rutledge.
I'm Attorney General Leslie Rutledge, and it's an honor to be a part of the All Arkansas Preps event again this year. Thank you to the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette for your commitment to our student athletes and ensuring that they still receive the recognition they deserve during these unprecedented times. Even though we are having to honor you virtually this year, I wanted to extend my sincere congratulations to the outstanding student athletes and coaches on your hard work and accomplishments. I know for many of you, your sport was cut short this year, and my heart goes out to you, especially you seniors. I know that this is much more than a game or hobby. It is your passion and a way of life. Athletics was a huge part of my life as a basketball and softball player at Southside High School. I loved the competition, I loved being on the team, and I loved seeing the tangible results of hard work and great coaching. These were learned life skills that helped to shape my character and my self-confidence and helped to form the person that I am today. 2020 turned out to look much different than any of us expected. It has taken us down an unprecedented path together and has caused uncertainty about the future. However, I know that Arkansans are resilient, and I am confident that we will come out of this stronger than ever. It will take teamwork and unity for us to accomplish that which we are capable of. And we must remind ourselves daily that we are all wearing the same jersey and playing on the same team. I hope that you all go on to do great things and set records on and off the field. Congratulations again on your hard-earned accomplishments. There is nothing more fulfilling than seeing your hard work pay off. May God bless each and every one of you, the great state of Arkansas, and always, friends, God bless the United States of America.
Time now to announce our Female Athlete of the Year. The 2020 Female Athlete of the Year is Nettleton High School senior Alana Eaton. This smooth-shooting lefty finished her 3-year tenure as a varsity player the same way she began it, with a state title. The future Razorback and 3-time All-Stater helped Jonesboro win its second championship ever in 2018 as a sophomore and later snapped a number of school records Baz at Nettleton to carry the program to its first crown. She scored 1,749 points and knocked down 191 three-pointers in her 2 seasons with the Lady Raiders, both which rank second all-time in team history.
For Nettleton High School's Alana Eaton, basketball is about reaching for her dreams. She led the Lady Raiders to their first appearance in the Class 5A state title game, along with putting up tremendous stats all season. The 6'1" guard averaged 23.1 points and 7.9 rebounds per game. She shot 41% from behind the three-point line and had 10 double-doubles this season. ESPN's number 38 ranked high school player also led Nettleton to a 27-5 record this season and the 5A East Conference title. Nettleton High School girls basketball coach Jason Smith said Alana is the most driven, self-motivated, and skilled basketball player he's ever coached. While shooting is her biggest strength, Alana subscribes to her father Rudolph Eaton's advice: work on your strengths, but double down on your weaknesses. Alana worked hard to improve her defense and be a more vocal leader, something that helped her entire team. Whether it was to support a fellow starter or the 16th girl on the bench, Alana's vocal encouragement for her team members was a ripple of positivity for the whole team. Collecting more than 30 college offers, the Raider ultimately decided to play for the Razorbacks. To the 5-star college recruit, U of A felt like home. She plans to study business and communications and eventually hopes to play professionally. Her dominance on the court and outstanding attitude make Alana Eaton the 2020 All Arkansas Preps Female Athlete of the Year.
Hello everyone, Ilana Eaton here. I would like to thank the Arkansas Democrat Gazette for naming me the All-Arkansas Preps Girls Basketball Player of the Year and the Female Athlete of the Year. This is such an honor that would not be possible without my coach, Jason Smith, and my first ever state championship winning teammates, the Lady Raiders. Thank you to everyone who has supported us this season. I hope to have everyone's support as I embark on my new journey on the hill. Go Lady Raiders and go Hawks.
And now for our last award, the 2020 Male Athlete of the Year is, want to announce it here?
No, that's yours, Sully. Go for it.
Devontae Davis of Jacksonville. Devo, the state's top player, did a little bit of everything during an astonishing basketball career in Jacksonville. The 6'4", 180-pounder was an all-state performer as a sophomore at Jacksonville Lighthouse before transferring to Jacksonville, where he averaged 20 points, 7.5 rebounds, 7 assists, and 3 steals during his 2 years as a Titan. His ability to produce in a variety of ways of offense and hound opponents with his length and quickness on defense are reasons why ESPN rated the University of Arkansas commit as the nation's 19th rated point guard.
It's tough to find an athlete as committed and focused as Jacksonville North Pulaski High School senior Devontae Davis. On the Preps first team for the last 2 years, the 6'4" point guard helped lead his team to a 20-5 record and the 5A state title. Devontae put up stellar stats this season, averaging 21 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists, and 3 steals each game. In every game, Davis put up double-digit scoring and had 17 double-doubles. The Southpaw also had 7 triple-doubles in the season. His basketball coach, Victor Joyner, said the Titan had a killer instinct and developed outstanding court vision. He's never seen an athlete as dedicated. Determined to improve every day, Devontae's work ethic pushes him to hone his skills before the school day begins and long after regular practice times. Ranked 85th on the ESPN Top 100 website, ESPN also lists him as the 19th best shooting guard. A member of the National Honor Society and DECA, Devontae has signed to play at the University of Arkansas. His dedication to self-improvement and his outstanding performance on the court has earned Devontae Davis the 2020 All-Arkansas Preps Male Athlete of the Year Award.
Hey, congratulations to all the award winners tonight. Thank you for watching and celebrating these great accomplishments from these young men and women. And thank you, and you mentioned it, to the parents and families who support these athletes.
Lastly, Steve, we have to send a special thank you to our event sponsors who, without their support, we cannot bring you an event like we had tonight. Please make sure and thank them for their support, as we will include their information in the comments below. Our presenting sponsors, CHI St. Vincent's, as well as First Security Bank, Dillard's, and our supporting sponsors, the Hatcher Agency, Arkansas Travelers, R&R Tire, Trinity Lighting, Buffalo Wild Wings, and our in-kind sponsors, CWP Productions, TC Print, Little Rock Marriott, Content Titan, LRCVB, Twin City Limo, and you can find more information about all those great sponsors, of course, all the event tonight at allarkansaspreps.com. Make sure, Sully, to follow Preps on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok.
You lost me on TikTok and Snapchat.
Facebook. Lastly, be sure to pick up next Sunday's Arkansas Democrat Gazette for the special All Arkansas Prep section that will feature all of the athletes honored and a recap of tonight.
And we hope to see you next year in person,
In person.
Hey, but big thanks to the Arkansas Democrat Gazette. They could have just, waited for the newspaper, but they had this virtual way of honoring these athletes. And hopefully it's back to the real thing next year.
That's right. Congratulations to all the athletes out there.
And have a great rest of the night.